Hey guys, welcome to Twisted Psoto episode 76. Um, exactly what I was thinking out of my ass. But if you guys see this, anybody sees this video, thank you for your time. I think what I'm going to do is stop making videos and uploading them unless it's something important, because I'm not getting a lot of feedback on the gaming videos. Nobody seems to be interested. I'll leave what's up there, and I got too many issues in my personal life going on anyway. Should be focusing more on those things. Little by little, just to let y'all know, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to stay on budget. It's really difficult. Prices are high. The value of a dollar just isn't there anymore. Wages are low. You know, it's the same thing, but it's like the country's getting squeezed a little bit. And I'm just trying to maintain. The only priority is my health, my cats, and whatever investments I can make. I am looking into the affiliate marketing thing and maybe going back and trying to do some stock trading, assuming I can get enough capital together to do that, because you have to buy stock to make money off of it and sell stock. Basically, I'm just going to stop making the Twisted Psoto series. I mean, I'm not going to stop gaming. For example, this map I'm on is the pack. It's called the pack, and I only have access to this map because I haven't gotten access to the other maps. But just to let you know, it's a beautiful map. This is the island, and I found this spot a long time ago. I was scouting for places close to the green obby, which is right there, and I found this one. It has elevated land. You pretty much are safe on most sides. The only access point is over here, right there at that area there. That's why I put a gate there, and in the back. So if I block off the back side and all that, I could pretty much, you know, take the land. So it looks like there's a new neighbor over there doing some stuff, so I'm going to go check out what they're doing and kind of go from there. But anyway, the reason why I decided to stop recording is because I know that nobody really cares about my gaming videos. When Magdalena kept attacking me and saying that she was trying to be blatant and stuff like that, I realized that people are very critical of my channel. The only reason I have any followers is because of JSX. There's a few things like the Lacerda videos. Every so often somebody wants to download the zip files for that, so I give permission so you can get a copy of it. But that's it. Nobody's really interested in anything I have to say. It's all about social politics. If I had any kind of political clout, I wouldn't be making videos to begin with. I've had a lot of the targeted individual experience, but there's targeted individuals, and then there's individuals that just got hosed, and that was me. I just got hosed really bad, and a lot of people, they see me as, or at least one person anyway, certain people see me as just a whiner or a crybaby or weak, and the truth is that I've contemplated the foundation of this reality to the point where I actually see what went wrong, why it went wrong, who's responsible for it, what can be done about it, and how to implement some of those solutions. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm not interested in anything else. Financial solutions, making money, getting out of poverty, debt, pain, suffering, physical ailments. My diabetes has to be maintained. I really don't have time for certain people and their smart-ass comments. I'm not interested in anybody being blatant or blunt. I'm not interested in anybody giving me negative feedback, because What the fuck for? I mean, you guys act, sometimes people act like, I'm not going to say you guys, but some people act like I am an agent for the fucking beast or something. You know, running around trying to manipulate human consciousness or something. That's not me. Those are the dark magicians. Those are the bad angels. Those are the fallen ones, the dark ones. Those are the ones that are manipulating human consciousness, not me. I'm trying to put the information out there to help people. But if, you know, it's like everything else. If you don't like what's at the buffet, go to a different restaurant. You know, there's no arguing about it. But so many people, they just have this mental conditioning of whining, and I mean really whining. Not I'm complaining, not I'm dissatisfied. Whine, 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 and you know, I bitch and I whine and I moan. It gets recorded, and people think that's all I'm about, and that's not true. Somebody judged me based on what they heard, but they don't know the whole story. And they weren't there to experience it, but yet they still presume to compare themselves to me and think that they somehow have some sort of good idea as to how they can evaluate and judge the situation. That's just not the case. It doesn't work that way. You know, I can hear a story about my stepdad getting put into a tiger cage when he was captured in Vietnam and tortured, hear about what they did to him and how he escaped, but that doesn't give me the experience or the right to judge anything, because I wasn't there. I didn't go through that. So when you put yourself out there, you run the risk of getting these obnoxious fucks that just don't want to stop being obnoxious fucks. You know, they just want to be assholes all the time. And if that's the case, then fine. But that's them. It's not me. I don't want anything to do with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop making these videos. I'm going to enjoy my games. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. There won't be any more uploads from Psoto or John Greer. I'm pretty much going to get out of it. If I do upload a video later, it's because of an emergency. It's because it's something that I think is important that to bring to your attention. But I don't expect to do much. The energy work I do is minor. It's nothing fantastic. If I ever overemphasize that energy work, it would make me an even bigger target. You can still do energy work even though you're on, you know, medication. The medication is not going to stop you from flowing with your energy. They in the esoteric, they like to blame heavy metals and things like that to block you. The truth is, if your consciousness is above this physicality, pain, suffering, and all these other discomforts, real dissatisfactions, reasons to whine, can't stop you. So I'm going to keep going, do the best I can. I have more work to do than I can even list. I can't even list what I have to do. It's just so vast. So I have to keep chipping away at that, and I won't have time to do a whole lot anyway. I came to this new map because I was invited, and it took forever to download the mods and the map for this one. So I'm just glad I tried it out. I made a little base here just for the hell of it, and I noticed that there's a dude back there he's over here working on this shit. Oh wow, look at that. I'm gonna farm that shit. Hold on. That's a lot of meat. There we go. Why not? So anyway, it looks like I have a neighbor here, and they're going to take the land that I wanted to take. Shit. Yeah, they're right there in my backyard. This is what I was going to claim. This is what I was going to claim right here. All this land, I was going to claim it. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm not going to get into a conflict over this, but I'm not going to worry about it either. Once dumbass sees that I was here, maybe he'll fuck off somewhere. But whatever. I still have this land over here. He can't take this because of my base. So what I'll do is I'll put a border and cut his ass off whenever I can. That's what he gets for not scoping the place out completely. He just started building a base there. It wasn't there before. So anyway, just like people, right? You turn around, they're in your backyard screwing around doing shit. Like when I tried to buy a house, we went there and it looked real good. We thought it was going to be a good house. Turns out it wasn't, but there was this row of trees like this big, just so big, and they were against the fence, and they were beautiful, and they were providing a little bit of shade, just a little bit, but they were classy in my opinion. And then we go there and then we see it, and then I go back later on, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, to go check out the house again and get more detail. Sure enough, all those trees were cut down and they fell inward towards the property. And it turns out, and I looked over the fence, and the neighbor had a chainsaw there. And I was like, so this son of a bitch, for some reason out of nowhere, cut all these fucking trees down and made them fall inward towards the property I'm trying to buy. He didn't ask or anything like that. He just cut everything down. Just, you know, people are like that. They're just assholes. You know, this Magdalena person is just an asshole that she thinks she's being spiritual or esoteric, but the truth, you know, talking about, you know, she talks about Jay like he's a personal friend or something, and it's like, I don't think Jay would be a personal friend of yours the way you judge the shit out of me. So it's just, people are just assholes. So what I'm going to do is stop wasting my time trying to put videos out there people aren't really watching or give a damn about gaming. You know, if they want to see gaming like this, they'll join a game. They'll, you know, watch something on Twitch or whatever. I'm not giving instructional videos. I'm just having an adventure and having fun, and that's it. And I don't have a lot of ratings, and I just, you know, I could record and upload, but I just don't see the need anymore. Basically, they're saying that my words carry no value, no purpose, and I really didn't want to believe that. I didn't want to believe that an elder can be so cruel, but you know what? That's the way life is. Life is cruel. And she's right about one thing. She's right about one thing about me. I'm not what she expects. She expected somebody better in terms of being spiritual. Well, guys, and I'll say this again because apparently I didn't make a point. Just because you can walk on water, heal the blind, fly like a goddamn bird, walk through walls, speak to the trees, speak to the rocks, speak to your own soul, that doesn't un-asshole you. That doesn't un-jerk you. That doesn't make you a piece of shit, you know. Some people can do these things due to, you know, satanic influences or whatever bullshit programming's out there. And boy, is it bullshit. And that, you know, they're still assholes. An ability does not mean you're evolved. An ability means you went into yourself and you unlocked something that has been locked since you were born. That's all that means. You know, these people, if you start going into the esoteric and you start going into how the Illuminati works, you're going to find out that they work by finding people with talent and exploiting them, people with abilities. And then when they're done with you, after they're done using you up, just like classic corporate America, they throw you away. And that's it. And that's the kind of people that are doing all this shady shit. What Jay is doing, he's going to burn all that shit up. And that's it. So I'm hoping for the best. But like I said, I got to focus on taking care of my babies, my cats, myself, my body, my finances, which, I mean, literally, I am literally barely on budget. And I am deferring the guaranteed student loan for like over $100, deferring it because I'm trying to catch up. I literally lost almost everything, and I'm still gonna have to throw shit out because I'm not gonna do any more arts and crafts. This chair that I made, this chair I'm sitting in, very proud of this chair. I recycled some old wood that I found thrown away, and I got the wood glue and the bolts and the screws, and it took over a month to do it because I just don't have the physical strength I used to when I was young. And when I was young, if I was in my 20s, whoo, brother, this sucker would have like a place to put your drink, and it would have everything on there. It not only would it be modular, but it would be completely awesome. And have the little thing for the keyboard and all that. But this is just a chair with recycled foam on it. And so far it's holding up, and I'm just thankful for that because I needed something good to exploit. And essentially, I'm just grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful that I have my cats. I don't have time for any more assholes. I don't have any time for stupid people coming here thinking that I'm going to show them how to evolve. You have to go into yourself and find it in yourself to do whatever it is you need to do. Whether you have to master yourself and love yourself absolutely or perfectly, or you have to build an empire, a financial empire, or you have to just take care of your family. Whatever it is you have to do, you have to find it in yourself to do, overcoming your circumstances and so on. I don't want to go to war with anybody. I never wanted war. I signed up at the altar of the Most High God out of honor and respect for the Most High God to save man by any and all means necessary. But I did not include on that list war, because war doesn't solve anything. It just pisses people off, destroys families, etc. So I tried in my life to do the right thing, and ultimately well, you know what Jay's testimony is. You guys have felt around. You know what's going on. You know, it's a shame that everything has to be recycled. It's a shame that so much is corrupted. It's a shame. So instead of focusing, you know, on the negative, or like the pain in my body, or the fact that I have to take all this damn medication every day just to keep myself normalized. Besides all that, I mean, it's just time to focus on my healing and focus in on things that really matter and will have a positive impact on my life. People shooting off their mouths, giving me their uneducated opinion, is not on that list. I'm not super mad, but I'm not super impressed or happy about the situation. Unfortunately, people just don't listen, and they just don't care. Just like that guy, I mean, how can you not? Check this out. Let me show you. This is my base, right? It's been here a while already. And this is where this idiot is building. It's literally, you see all this land I wanted to procure? He's building his base right fucking there. Look at this idiot. You see? He could have gone and done this anywhere else on the fucking planet. He could have done it over here where it's nice and flat. He could have done it down there next to the beach and the sea. He could have done it further up there on a mountain. But where does he come? Out of all this shit, where does he do it? Right fucking here in my backyard. My backyard. Why? Because he's a dumbass? Because he's an asshole? Because he doesn't care? Because he has no consideration? Take your fucking pick. Take your fucking pick. This is just an example of how fucking stupid people really are. Just fucking stupid. There it is. Owner, Puffy Muffins. Are the muffins puffy, baby? Are they puffy? See? Retards. I'm surrounded by fucking retards that are abusive, cruel, insensitive, have no conscience, and don't give a flying fuck. And then when they go through hell and they're screaming bloody murder, oh my goodness, what do I do? Running around in a circle, they expect you to go wipe their ass for them. They expect you to go ahead and set it up. But in the real world, and I'm going to stick to the real world concepts, it's all self-service. You don't just serve yourself, you have to handle your own shit before you can go out and help anybody. And even then, you're going to find a bunch of retarded, stupid fucks that have no sense. No fucking sense. I bet if I go tell this guy, hey, why did you make a base so close to mine? He's going to go, huh? I didn't know you were there. Oh, I can be wherever I want. Yeah. That's how fucking stupid they are. Now, let me show you something. Just, let's see. Here. You see this? You see this gate? Pick up the gate. See this? Pick up. Boom. You see? It's not wasted. It goes in my inventory. So, if I have to move to get my own space and all that, I could do that. Let me see if I put this back. I think I do it this way. There. See, this is an S Plus server, so I can pick my shit up and leave anytime I want. There you go. So it doesn't really matter what the dumbass did. I can pick up all these parts on the base, pick everything up, and just go somewhere else. But I'm not going to do that because I have all this land here. This is more than enough land to get started. You see all this land? I have these resources. I have this land. All around the base is mine. I can probably just cut it short around here, around midway. I could probably put something here because dumbass is too close. I was going to block that off anyway because the T-Rex came up there last time. And we don't want to repeat that little episode. I was trying to tame a very high-level pterodon, like level 200 and something. And sure enough, I was in 84. Sure enough, he ate my tame. And it's sad, but I'll find another bird. You know, there's always another animal. You don't get too attached to the animals. And just like that, I will not get too attached to the idiots online. And I will not get too attached to people that just are not there to help you. They're not there to encourage you. They're not there to help you. They're not doing anything but venting their shit on you. And they don't care. And my advice to anybody who's actually taking a moment to listen is to overcome all those adversities. Live your life. Don't let them take your joy, your happiness, your passion. Once you surrender your passion and you stop doing what you love to do, you're dead. You might as well be spiritually dead. You know, you talk about spiritual and you talk about the energetic, and it's not the same thing. J doesn't represent spirituality. J represents energy. I was trying to be spiritual. Okay? I wasn't trying to be energetic. I do energetic exercises because I just so happen to cross into that a little bit. I just so happen to do that. I just so happen to have gotten experience with that. So that's why I do a little bit of that. But that's it. It goes up my alley a little bit. But that's it. It's not the whole fucking universe to me. To Jay it is. Because he's in a different situation. Me, spiritual means, you know, do you forgive him? Do you show compassion? Do you forgive yourself? Are you repenting? Are you doing the right thing? Are you overcoming the world? Or is it destroying you because you value money over this or that? See, those philosophical questions are still in effect regardless of who you are in this life. So anyway, I just don't see the need to record. I don't really get enough feedback that tells me that I'm making good points or that anybody's even watching these videos. So I'm just going to drop it. And like I said, I hope you all have the best lives ever. But if you're a demon retard, like dumbass over here, you know, like dumbass, like this dumbass right over here. See the dumbass, dumbass. Look at the dumbass. Got him. Here's a puffy muffin. Level 67. Okay. If it's level 67, they're new. And stupid, probably. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll put some gates up, claim that land before he can do anything. And that'll be the end of that shit. And that's it. So anyway, that's all you could do. You know, I lay claim to this territory. I lay claim to this magic. I lay claim to that, whatever. I'm just not here to impress people. You know, I noticed that, yeah, I could earn a bachelor's degree. Yes, I could become an expert. But convincing other people that you're an expert, convincing other people that you know what you're doing, convincing them to give you a chance has been literally impossible. It has literally been, it's like talking to someone and it goes in one ear and out the other ear. They want to hear what they want to hear. So in my hindsight analysis, I concluded that what they wanted to see on the resume was they want to see a bunch of buzzwords that represent the skills and the technical stuff that they want to sell to somebody else. And that's what they care about. That's why a lot of people just lie in their resume to get the job and lie and bullshit and whatever. I was interested in developing my expertise, but corporate is not interested in me developing my expertise. Corporate is interested in exploiting expertise that already exists. That's why they prefer to hire people with experience versus people that just have training. It's hard to get in. And I noticed that if you wait in line and you fill out the paperwork, it's just like there's so many people doing that and lying instead of telling the truth, that chances of you getting in is like almost nothing. Even when I prayed for a job, I'd get a lower level job. I'd never get the best job in the world. I'd always get just enough to survive. You know, so there's a lot of forces here that you're supposed to be able to exploit, and a lot of potential to exploit, a lot of force, different forces imposing upon this reality that are supposed to be exploitable as well, that are not doing their job. They've probably never done their job. So I'm glad that if Jay's correct, assuming Jay is correct, that will work out, or shall I say work itself out fairly quickly on a cosmic scale. And I look forward to that. But like I said, type 2 diabetes, cleaning my life up, taking care of my babies, making sure I make extra money on the side. I have to have a retirement plan. I'm 50, so I have to have a retirement plan, and I got to get my shit together. And I don't have time for assholes, smart ass comments, people who really don't have any interest in gaming or any fun. You just want to do other things, so it's fine. But you know, I have the right to my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't have time for people like this. My friend, I have a friend, his name is Saul, and he he goes how he got one of these callers, because he does customer service as well. He got one of these callers that they call in, they don't get what they want, because it's not free, you have to pay. What is this? I thought that was something. Oh, that's in the background over there. I thought that was something to do with the lighting. They don't get what they want, so they get pissed off at the agent, and they want to complain about the agent. And the agent's like, "I offered to give you a free, you know, to remove the fee for that charge, you know, to remove it." And he did all this. He did his best to try to be nice to the guy, and the guy wanted to complain and whine and bitch. And then my friend got mad because he was doing that, and he was trying to make him look bad. And I go, well, it sounds like you did what you could do. If the guy has that kind of attitude, then management will probably just ignore him, because he doesn't really have a point. He just is a whiny baby that doesn't want to pay the fee, and he's probably the type of person that wants to have fees waived all the time. And I got so many calls like that in my life, it's not even funny. People just want todo pa nada, you know, they want everything for nothing. I want it right here, put it right here in my hand. Hey, put it right there. Right? Give it in my hand. No, it takes work. You know, this chair I'm sitting in, it took work to produce this chair. It saved me $300 to $400, and I can continue to improve it if I wish, which I probably won't. But I'll make other kinds of improvements to my desk. But yeah, you know, you get options like that sometimes. So anyway, this he reported him to the manager and all this shit, and all my friend tried to do was help him out, and he was just nothing but a dick. But that's the kind of people in my life. I realize I don't fucking need them, and I don't fucking want them in my life at all. I don't need that shit. And you know, my opinion about my mother is very simply this: she was sick for years, decades, before we even heard anything about diabetes and medication. And it explains her behavior. It really does. My sister thinks my mother was bipolar. Thinks she was bipolar. That's how bad it is. And she would always cater to my sister. This is my sister talking, not me. And that explains a lot. If you look over that behavior, it explains a lot. Magdalena may have bipolarism, for all I know. But that's her burden to bear. She has to analyze it and see what she can do to fix it, if that's the case. In my case, it's type 2 diabetes with diabetic rage, if I'm not careful. So that's why I'm glad I got my new medications today. And that's more important right now than anything else in the world. Yeah, pretty much. I don't really see any other way to see it, because ultimately nobody cares in the real world. You know, most people are just jerks that don't care. You know, it's the way it is, brother. You build a base, you find a good location, and then you blink your eye, and some dipshit tries to weigh in on your hard work. Took a few days to do all this, and all of it's pissed away because of that. Eventually, I'm gonna have to move the fuck out of here. So the moral of the lesson is, you take territory like the way I took this territory, and you're satisfied with it, fine. For now, this will be fine. But if you really want to be good with yourself, you have to find a better territory than this. And you also have to put the gates all around it. Otherwise, people will build inside your domain. So you have to put walls up, gates, just like this gate I took down. If I put these gates down there, he wouldn't be able to do shit. But I didn't. I said, nah, nobody's going to build here. Everything will be fine. I have plenty of time to make the gates. Wrong. Just obnoxious people. So anyway, I don't think I'm going to clear any more land. I'm just going to stay here for a while. What I'll do is I'll probably just make a bunch of behemoth gates later on. The real big ones, like that gate here. Make a bunch of those gates. Maybe like 5 or 6, 7 maybe. And put them in the back. And that'll be enough of that shit. And that way I can do what I need to do over here. What I like about this is that you can harvest without worrying about some shit coming up to get you most of the time. But with the behemoth gates there, I'll definitely be able to put dinos there and grow dinos and stuff like that, you know. So, anyway, so one thing at a time. And at the end of the day, I say, did I accomplish anything today? And my answer is, I caught up on my sleep. I caught up on my new schedule. I paid my bill. I finished the chair, because the chair is basically done. I put the Velcro on it so that the cushion doesn't move anymore, and it feels good. Yeah. Took care of the babies, fed the babies, and that's what matters. See, I call them babies. To me, they're my children. Other people don't appreciate my cats. They don't appreciate me or my animals. So that's them, and they go fuck themselves, you know. Most people didn't offend me in the comments. Most people, you know, I managed to calm down. But somebody just thinks that they're right as rain and that they can't make a mistake, and what they say is what matters, not what I say. You know, what I say about my life and my mom doesn't matter. What she thinks is what matters. And it's like, you don't fucking know me. You don't know my mom. She was sick. And she was a fucking bitch. That bipolar shit or diabetic rage or whatever the hell you want to call it, being an asshole like that affects a child. Okay? If you're an asshole, you shouldn't have fucking kids. That's why there's so many assholes in the world. All the assholes keep breeding and reproducing, and it just spreads assholism everywhere. I mean, really. So anyway, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get off the public thing, and like I said, if I do make a video, it's gonna be because of something important. Nothing comes to mind because Jay's doing his program. The elites are doing their program. All these other beings are doing their program. It's time to start doing my program and not worry about everybody else's shit. So I don't see another video coming up. If I do, if let's say I continue the series, I'm just going to make it private instead of public. If I do decide to do that, I don't know if I'll bother. You know, it's time for me to more live in the now. This is episode 76. This is going to be the last episode that's available to the public. I don't think I'll make another episode. I don't think I'm going to bother. I originally bought the software and everything and a little camera to make videos to talk about spiritual things, but we really don't talk too much about that because there's nothing to say. Either you meditate or you don't, you do energy work or you don't, you master yourself or you don't, you know, you believe in this or that or you don't, and even if you do, what evidence will you have? You know, how is your faith molded? How is your self-concept molded? You know, these are important questions people who are wanting to be spiritual will ask. People who don't want to be spiritual and don't have a fucking soul are going to just talk about physical things, material things. And I'm not talking about money all the time. My absence of money, but that's about it. I'm not really into making $1 million, but I am into creating a retirement plan and trying to get my ass retired well, because the value of a dollar's gone way down. It could go down worse. Things can get worse to where you go shopping and when you come home you're not going to have enough food until the next paycheck. That's the sort of thing that's going to start coming up. They're turning America into Mexico. And in Mexico, what would happen is they would get a president. The president would go in there, take all the money out of the bank or out of the vault, and fly away with it. He'd just give an order, take the money, and just leave. And then Mexico's currency got devalued again. You know, that's what would happen. And they just they did that again and again and again and again for generations. And now look what they are. Everybody wants to go to Mexico for retirement. Acapulco, whatever. What's it called? What's the name? God, I forgot the name. Reyes, Monterrey. They want to go to Monterrey. They want to go to all these places that have America's level of technology. Monterrey is basically like Canada and America. That area is very advanced, and people would like to retire there simply because, you know, it's cheaper, but you have the same level of technology and medication and all that. You know, once you get old, you don't want to be lifting a lot of shit. You don't want to be running around doing a lot of physical shit. Even people who practice in doing physical stuff, once you get old, it's a different story. And I'm old now. When it takes almost 2 months to make a chair, and I just haven't had the time or the energy to do it, mostly the energy, it's time to reconsider things. It's time to reconsider my perspective. And that's it. You know, I want to take care of my babies. I want to take care of all that. The original cat that I had over there, she's gone. The one before that, she got lost. I never saw her again. It's just horrible. Horrible the shit I've been through. Horrible the shit all these animals go through. And I've seen them. I've seen cats with one eye gouged out. I've seen and gone feral. I've turned feral cats into tame cats, and then all of a sudden they're missing. They just disappear. You know, I finally get through to Bandit, and then Bandit's gone because he didn't get away with. He didn't get along with the rest of the cats. There were too many males, and they were just hurting each other. It's just sad. You know, things in life are not what we want them to be. But in the end, what I've learned is, let's say they take away all my material wealth. They put me in jail. See, that Magdalena, she's got a big mouth. She's not conceptualizing what she's talking about. They put me in prison. I literally lose everything. My information gets compromised. Whoever finds this, they're going to steal my information. I'll lose all my material, lose all my money, lose a job, the potential to get a job. So the only hope I'm going to have is if I start my own business, or at least know how to do that through something online that doesn't require a lot of investment. And that's what I need to exploit and focus on. So I have to use those old computer skills I got from college and apply what I know from customer service and all these other things to go ahead and come up with a good way of making that money. And that would be something worth my time and energy, because that will pay my bills, get me out of debt, that will get me a retirement, so I don't have to worry about working so hard for something. And if I do work, I work in a nice comfortable chair like this, nice and comfortable, sitting down on the computer, not out in a warehouse like I used to be moving boxes. These fucking people in this society had me moving boxes with a bachelor's degree in computer information systems. They had me moving boxes all day, you know, and then they turn around and say, well, you put yourself there. And it's like, no, I didn't put myself there. Society said, no, we don't want to hire you. You don't have enough experience. You don't have the kind of experience we need. I was never good enough for these fucking people. So yeah, it's time for me to catch up, focus on what matters. If they take away my cats, they take away my material, I'm going to focus in on survival, because there's going to prison and then there's surviving prison, surviving diabetes, surviving poverty, and pretty much the sky's the limit for me. I don't really have any restraints anymore, but I'm going to stay as legitimate as I can, guys, and be as good as I can, not because it impresses anybody. God knows that I never impress anybody, but I can at least do it for myself. And that's the only reason to do a good thing, is because doing a good thing is its own reward. It fills your heart and your soul with goodness, and that's what matters. I don't want anything to do with dark energies, dark people, dark situations, or dark anything else. I'm sick of that shit. Those things, what happened is the dark energy got so much it overwhelmed me. And the idiots that comment, they think demonic possession is happy time, and it's not. The only people who like demonic possession are demonic people. They like demonic possession. To them, that's happy time. You know? They really fucking like that shit. They get off on it. I used to have a quote-unquote friend that would insult the fuck out of me for no reason just because he thought it was cute. But the truth is, he's a demonic piece of shit, and he's never going to repent or change or anything. Nothing in the Christian Bible applies to that asshole. He doesn't care. He doesn't have hope because he doesn't want hope. He wants you to suffer. He wants you to feel pain. Making you feel pain is like him saying, hello, how you doing? That's him. If he makes you feel pain, he said hello to you. Yeah, some evil motherfuckers. So anyway, I hope all of you get what you need. I hope you guys make a list in your mind of what you need to do, and do what you can to get it done. This is going to be my last public video. It's 48 minutes right now. If you made it this far, put a comment in the video at the bottom in the comments. Say say I love you, Psoto. Even if you don't love me. Maybe I can feel better off of that a little bit. But just say you love me, and at least I know somebody saw the damn video. You guys have good lives. You know, don't get discouraged. Look at me. I could potentially be a jailbird for up to 9 years, and I'm not discouraged. This whole experience gave me the opportunity to reflect on what's important and what I'm worth to society, and what society is worth to me, and what the very value of me is. Am I accepted for value? And the truth is, I've never been accepted for value. They want me to accept all these services and goods for value in the esoteric and in the hidden knowledge, right? In the hidden knowledge, but they won't accept me for value. The truth is, people never valued John Greer. They never valued Soto Desperado. No matter what character I act as, portray, no matter what front I put up, people just don't have the ability to value any of it. And it's time to stop trying to get people to value me. So I'm going to stop trying to get your approval, your feedback, or anything. The only thing, if you love me, just put it in there. If you don't love me, just put it in a comment that you love me. You guys have great lives. I hope you find it in yourself to overcome adversity, no matter how it manifests. I hope that everything works out, even if it's as destructive as Jay suggests. I hope the destruction has a good overall outcome in the end. Because sometimes you have all these plans. I had plans. I had plans and plans and plans and all kinds of avenues and things I did try in my life. And they just didn't work out. And I hope Jay's situation doesn't turn into something that just doesn't work out. I hope it works out. I hope something works out for the better. I hope the economy comes back around. I hope, you know, people get the food they need. Animals get the food they need. You know, I hope for the best. And I hope you do too. So with that, I love you all very much. Don't give up your hope. I know it's tempting as hell. And I reserve the right to survive under any circumstances. But I don't want to survive if I wind up losing any more of my soul. And I just want to be as positive as possible. I don't want anything to do with darkness. I don't want anything to do with negativity. I don't want anything to do with any of that negative shit. The only thing I'm going to do with negative shit, if it comes my way, is I'm going to transmute it or throw it back at whoever threw it at me. Because none of this shit is mine. So, Amy was right about that. None of this shit is mine. I didn't do anything to earn this kind of devastation. And that's why the spirits on the other side, when they made the determination that I was a quote-unquote loser, they showed me that I was a winner that they needed to suppress, because if I start to win, and I start to win the right way, all kinds of people could be blessed, and all kinds of good things could happen, and they didn't want that. That's really what happened. Behind the scenes, they didn't want me to do the right thing. They didn't want me to go out there and heal everybody or help everybody. And, you know, they didn't want me to go around handing out solutions to problems. They want certain people to do that. They want certain people to get the reputation, the acknowledgement, the notoriety of being a solution giver. So I never joined the Illuminati, unfortunately. I never signed up for anything except ministry to man. And I frankly, with this video, I think my ministry is pretty much done. There's nothing more I can cover. There's nothing more I can say. Like I said, I only put a public video out if it's an emergency or something important, really important. And I think everything's going to be fine. If anything like that happens, I'm sure somebody will make a video. So, have wonderful lives. Appreciate every bit of food you have to eat. Appreciate the roof over your head. Appreciate the fact that your mother, your father didn't put you in an orphanage, didn't put you into slavery, didn't sell you on the black market. Be grateful somebody didn't birth you and then throw you in the dumpster, because that's what happens in this world. A lot of evil shit happens here. If you weren't, you know, sexually abused as a child, consider yourself lucky. If you weren't psychologically conditioned just to have this negative perspective without even trying first, if you were just made to believe you're a loser, you're a loser. If you were, you know, if you have anything like that, just be thankful, guys. Be grateful you're alive. Humanity is not altogether perfect, and neither am I. But I hope you find it in yourselves not to evolve, not to ascend, not to become spiritual, not to have all the solutions to your problems, but to be that perfect person I know you are, despite demonic activity, demonic energies, demonic programming, demonic, genetic, at every level, physical and non-physical. I hope that you find it in yourselves to be that perfect, quote-unquote, Christ-like being to somebody, to be somebody. So I love you. Take care of yourselves. Best of luck to you. Like I said, if you saw the video, go ahead and just put "I love you, John" or "I love you, Psoto" in the comments, and that's it. If I just see one of those, I consider myself lucky. But Magdalena, I did put a little notation on there for her comments not to be visible on my videos anymore. So if she tries to put anything, it's not gonna go on there. Nobody can see it. So because of what she said about my mom being a milk cow or whatever, I will not take that shit from anybody. I'm sorry. I don't know where, you had no idea the person you were referring to, how she was. And if I showed my sister your comment, she would go ballistic. My sister would go ballistic, talking about her mother like that. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend you do that again to anybody. Take care of yourselves. And this is John Greer, Soto Desperado, signing off. Best of luck to you all. I hope there's a future, a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.